What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. We haven't done it in quite a while, but we're going to be reviewing one of our subscribers' cars, and Robert here is local to me, and he's so graciously letting me review the car while the car is currently at the wrap shop. So that should be done, I'm thinking, within a week and a half. I'm going to give him a couple extra days. No pressure though, because it is a little out there as far as the wrap goes, so we're going to have to wait for that. But we're going to check out his 2011 S197. So you know, S197 is the GOAT, the best of all time. So this is kind of like a blend of my mom's car because it has her color on it and it has some really unique mods. And there's also a little story of what he got into this past weekend, which is kind of poopy, but we'll get into that, and I'm gonna let him just take it away, show us the exterior, and then maybe a few other of the mods.
Lucky with me, first off, I got it as a GT Premium, so it came with the upgraded front hood scoops, side scoops, and side louvers, and the California Special Wing. It's currently sitting on Rohana forged wheels, 19 by 10 in the front, 19 by 11 in the rear, on some Macon Racing lowering springs. And in the front, I did an LED conversion on the headlights, the fog lights, and as well as the smoked out LED ones on the bottom, which I got those off wish.com, believe it or not, and they fit pretty well.
Yeah.
And it used to have a front lip on the car, it no longer does anymore, but that's soon to be becoming a new one. This, I think, is a must, is an upgraded black badge compared to the stock chrome badge, which I never really liked. And then I have window tint that my friend did, kind of peeling off a little bit, but I mean, it was free, so I can't say no to that.
Yeah, you can't complain.
Yeah, and then on the back, I got the little tiny antenna, nothing special. And then I blacked out these with some tint. Same with the taillights, because I wanted the 1314 style without having to pay the hefty price to do the conversion.
Oh yeah.
And then other than that, it's about wraps up the exterior. Nothing really special about it. I wanted to go the long tube route, but because of Elk Grove and being where we live and cops, I didn't want to do that. Yeah. Especially because of what had just happened.
Yeah, so what happened this past week? Because you just got into some stuff.
Yeah. So I was leaving a car meet with a couple of my other friends, and people were swinging donuts, doing all the crazy stuff, so I decided to leave. And me and 3 other people got popped on the way out by CHP, and I was the unlucky one out of the bunch and got state ref. So if you guys aren't local to California and you don't know what a state ref is basically where you have to go to a CHP state referee to inspect the entire vehicle, and everything has to be completely legal. That means zero tint. You have to have all your OEM bulbs and everything like that. Like, they check DOT approved everything. So to get state ref for exhaust, they flag your car and you have to go through everything. Like, literally, your tires have to be within spec, your wheels have to be within spec, everything has to be DOT approved. Like, it is a terrible headache. So I feel so bad for him. Plus he has like an $1,100 exhaust ticket right now. So that's just a big headache. I really hope that never happens to any of you guys or myself, because it's just such a headache. The leather interior.
See, the leather holds up pretty well. I mean, this looks like everybody else's. How many miles are on it?
Right now, currently at 34,000. I bought it with 20,000.
That's actually really low. I'm at 100,000.
Dang.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. I'm at like 100,000 on mine. It's like 97,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a daily then.
It basically is. It's got the tuner right there. Steering wheel, gotta get you a carbon wheel. Yeah. What kind of shifter? Anything?
No, stock shifter.
Stock shifter.
The shift knob is pretty funny. It's a stereotype for the Mustangs if you read it.
Is it? Is it the one that crashes in the crowd?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got the written one. So yeah, just the standard GT Premium. You got the door subs, got a little louver action, a little side scoop. The GT Premium. It's like GTCS swing, right?
Yeah.
So is that stock?
Yeah, it came stock.
Came on it? Wow. So you might have a GTCS then, huh?
That's what I've been told, but I mean, it didn't say that on the paperwork when I bought it.
Because the GTCS does come with these too. So under here, he said he's got the throttle body spacer, cold air intake, and then yeah, you had a little spice under the hood, but you started taking that off after the state rep.
Yeah.
It was nitrous.
Yeah, it was nitrous. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had the LU47 injectors for E85.
Oh, nice. So you're E85 tune too.
Yeah.
Used to be properly working, but you know, after the whole scenario that happened this weekend, he had to take that stuff out. And then he's got a little bit of bump, looks like a 12 and a single 12. I got the 2 10s in mine. Is this ported or sealed?
Sealed.
Sealed. So it's a little bit, probably the same as my ported 10s to a sealed 12.
Oh yeah,
pretty loud.
Yeah, what I like most about the throttle body spacer is that you hear it whistling a whole lot.
That might be your cold air intake, because mine did that too.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it does whistle. Oh.
Yeah, and it pops.
A lot of pops.
A lot of pops. That's my favorite part about it.
That was way aggressive.
I didn't even ask for a popper tune or nothing. It just happens.
Pops, yeah, because the catless. Yeah. Dang, that's a super loud pop.
Yeah, surprisingly, yeah.
So he was just asking actually right there about what the differences are between like my car and his car, because he's on E85 but stock manifold with a little tune there, and then I have the Boss, but I'm on 91. We both have the cat deletes, both have an axle back, but I'm thinking his pops are because of all that E85. I don't know, maybe it runs just a little richer and that's why it's popping to cool it down. I don't know, but it would be fun to race and line them up just to see, just to know like what an E85 tune would do. But then again, I have the Boss, so I'd probably shift a lot higher and I'd probably rev a lot higher, so I'd have more top end on them. Because what do you shift at, like 65?
He's around there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I shift at 7.
So if he can shift at 7 because of the clutch, that's the other thing, is he doesn't have an aftermarket clutch. So he's forcing that shift in, and I can just slip right in because I have the Mantic. So that would be a pretty interesting race. I haven't really raced somebody like on the 85 with these types of mods. I've done one with the Cobra Jet, and we were pretty neck and neck, but he had definitely had a little bit on the top end. But I kept up pretty decently for what I had. All right, let's do a couple of pulls here. Mexico. Yeah, it's healthy. And it looks pretty good.
Yeah, surprisingly.
What tires are those?
I have the Continental Pro Contact Sports.
Yeah, they look like just normal street tires. That's actually pretty good. Seems pretty healthy, man.
Yeah, I have the extra set of tires at home. I got the NT05Rs.
Oh, yeah, those are definitely gonna hook. You gotta be careful dropping the clutch on those in first.
Yeah.
That'd be the, we had that Cadillac flyby. It seems like it's pretty healthy, like it's pulling good.
Yeah, I was surprised. I had a couple issues with the tune before.
I know, I remember you messaged me about it. It was doing some weird stuff, but they got it dialed in.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily recommend them, but this one doesn't feel too bad. I'd go with like a Lund or a Palm Beach Dyno or something like that if you were to start fresh.
Yeah.
Even he probably would recommend that.
I recommend that too.
Yeah, so even if you have a Bama tune and you're like, should I switch over? Probably worth it to spend the extra couple $100 and get it just really dialed in.
Yeah, after my experience with the Bama, I mean, they had pretty good customer service, but I've had 3 different tunes from them and they've messed up all 3 of them.
Yeah, Lund's dialed in my tune. I'm on my original tune that when I installed the Boss, they're like, started up with this, and they haven't revised it. It was just like, everything looks good, and that's what I've been racing on, running on, and 0 issues. Too windy and you guys can hear me, but holy crap, that car is so loud, and it is so windy out here because we're just in open fields, but man, that car is so loud. It's so much harder to do the panning because it just flies by so fast. I like don't want to whip it too fast. Man, it's actually kind of hard to pan it and like make it happen, you know? Whew, that thing is so loud, and it seems like it hooks and books pretty well. Alright, so now he's letting me drive. Got the stock clutch, the old stock shifter. Lightweight. A little different than my Mantic. Oh yeah, that's spongy. Wow, when you start driving the Mantic, I gotta let him drive mine because it's a lot different.
A lot more aggressive?
It's a lot more aggressive. That's why I was like riding your clutch a little bit. It was because on mine, if you don't, it just shakes. Let's see if I can be a little smooth. There we go. Go 2, 3 here. Pretty good. Feels solid. The brakes don't feel like they're gonna rattle out of my hands. By the way, he did give me permission to rip on it. He said go for it.
Obviously, yeah. You can't drive one of these cars and not rip on it.
I know. Why is yours doing that?
Yeah, it did that twice.
Pretty good. And the ride quality's not too bad. You're just on the stock struts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how my mom's is, just lowering springs. It's not too bad. Still looks pretty good.
Yeah, I was surprised with it too. I was debating on going coilovers or not, but I was like, let me just try how lowering springs are first before going the coilover route.
Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely stiffen up when you go coils.
For the tune.
That's probably the tune there. Yeah, because like I'll downshift. That felt weird.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot.
Like that.
Yeah,
it's like boop, boop,
yeah,
and it catches itself. Yeah, that's a little weird. So that's the only drivability thing of this tune that I would say. Because I'm not changing how I do my downshifts. Dodge test drive. Flying past. No, but under, like I said, under throttle though, it's like really healthy. Feels good. It really does. Overall though, I think this car's done pretty well. I mean, it's a good little street car. It's not like overly harsh. It's got a little pep in its step. Sounds good. Looks good. Yeah, I think this one's definitely a pass. Alrighty guys, so that was a huge thank you to Robert for letting me drive and review his beautiful 2011 Mustang. He's got some other stuff along the way, but he hit a couple of roadblocks as we talked about. So I'm gonna go ahead and let him take it out and give himself a shout out, because again, I'm super grateful he let me drive it and review it while my car was in the shop. Can't be driving mine and bring you guys content on mine, so luckily had my buddy bring his out and we could bring this sick car to you guys.
So if you guys want to check out the car as well as my other builds and see the full story about what happened with this car, go ahead and check out my channel, Ghost Flash, and I'll have all the video on that and previous videos of what has been done to this car if I didn't mention everything in person. I think that's about it. Shout out to Jacob for reviewing my car and also showing me some pretty cool things got on the way, so stay tuned for what he's got in store, because you guys are not ready for what he has. I may or may not have gave him a sneak peek of what's along the way for the car as far as boost and the wrap, so I should have recorded his reaction because it was pretty funny, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up right here. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.